What is up, everybody? Turboverse TV here today, and we're gonna talk about Sony and how they just don't give a crap about the casual gamer. So little Timmy and his grandma are screwed when trying to get an SSD put into their PS5 system. Now Microsoft made it super simple. This is what Microsoft did. They put it in the shape of a memory card reminiscent to the PS2 era, and you put that expansion inside the back of the Xbox Series X, the 1 TB expansion. Super simple, but Sony. Look at what people are saying about Sony. Me testing out one of them compatible PS5 SSDs during the beta. Look at this. This is what they're comparing the PS5 SSD to. PS5 era when installing SSD without heatsink. Like, you have to know what a heatsink is. Do you think Timmy and his grandma know what a heatsink is? No, they don't. Gonna take out a student loan and get a master's in electrical engineering so I can upgrade my PS5 SSD. Yeah, this is ridiculous. How the internet thinks you have to be to install an SSD in a PS5. Even though this meme is comical, but it's just outstanding that they think that the average casual and his grandma parents better know how to do this, especially if they're not into gaming like that or into tech at all, tech whatsoever. So then it's like a different list of different drivers. You got out of heatsink. It is just interesting because remember the narrative when it was like, "Hey, Timmy's grandma is gonna be confused which Xbox Timmy wants because they got so many different names that are so similar, like the Xbox One X, Xbox Series X." But now they just ignore the PS5 SSD situation, like this guy pointed out. So the guys that were saying grandma will buy a little Timmy at a 1X instead of a Series X are now fine with the vagueness and obscurity surrounding which NVMe PCIe 4.0 SSDs will or won't work with the PS5 SSD solution. How will the grandma knows which to buy? Hypocrisy slash ponies. Yeah, it is very. Those guys are really quiet now. The same people who were saying like the Xbox One, Xbox Series X were so confusing to Timmy's grandma. They're very quiet about how Timmy can expand his storage with grandma going. I'm pretty sure somebody's grandma is gonna go to a store and ask an employee which one of these things to pick up, probably like a Best Buy, like a Micro Center, and they're gonna be so freaking confused. They might just have a mental breakdown inside the store. Like, what? I just want to expand Timmy's storage space, and I don't know which one to choose. And just imagine, I got to add a heatsink on as well. Like, it is just so wow. What was Sony thinking with this? Like, Microsoft definitely knew what they were doing. They made it super simple. So even if Timmy's grandma wanted to buy an SSD for the Xbox, all you gotta do is plug it in and that's it. But now for the last tweet that I found. Just hope little Timmy doesn't ask his grandma for an SSD for his PS5. She is gonna be super confused. Just hope little Jimmy's grandma has a PhD in science to be able to understand compatibility and heat sinks. Yeah, unless your grandparents are into tech, they're gonna have no idea what's going on with any of this stuff. The main reason we buy consoles is that we don't have to worry about compatibility. We don't need to look at the back of the game box to see if our specs are enough. We don't need to research if an SSD is going to work in our console. Sony, oddly enough, wants to be a PC now, which is very odd. Like, why would you want to make it so similar to PC at this point? Like, that's the difference between consoles and PC because it's so simple to do. Like, you don't need to install RAM. You don't need to update your drivers. You don't need to do any of that stuff. You need to add a heatsink or add a fan in. All you gotta do is plug in something in, and that's that. That's what console gaming is supposed to be. But Sony said we don't give a crap about Timmy and his grandma. That's what they pretty much decided to do with their console. Suppose his grand goes into Radio Shack and buys an electric harmonica by mistake. Radio Shack, that business is, I don't know, in America at least that store is obsolete. They got shut down a long time ago. I don't see why kids would need an SSD expansion. Just get the PS5 and download the Fortnite and Minecraft on it, and boom, he's set. So apparently the kids don't want to play more. The kids don't want to play more than 2 games. Okay, but and the entire lifespan of the PS5, that doesn't make any sense. I just think it's beyond funny. I've seen so many ponies putting down Xbox expandable SSD because of price, and I said I will watch what you say. You don't know what it's going to cost you ponies yet, and I get attacked. No, I'm offering a napkin to get that egg off their face. Let's see, yeah, the PS5 SSDs are more expensive. Even though they're faster, it makes sense they're more expensive, but they're more expensive anyway. So, uh, is it really that hard to say you want a fire CUDA M2 drive? Seems just as straightforward as Xbox One X or Series X. Also, all supported drives will be getting a sticker. Yeah, somebody's grandma's gonna remember to say a fire CUDA M2 drive. Like, really? Yeah, I'm really sure somebody's grandma's gonna know the exact name, and or if they write it down, they're still not gonna know how to insert it in. So, unless they just want to pay Geek Squad, maybe Geek Squad can charge a fee for your grandma to install the SSD in the PS5. I don't know. Maybe a little side hustle Best Buy Geek Squad do to take advantage of Timmy and his grandma. Who knows? This reminds me of when my son asked my wife to get him RAM for Christmas. She was like, "Speak English, please." Have they made it so it won't burst into fire now then? Bruh, you need a heatsink for it as well. Imagine little Timmy asking mom to buy them and place it inside the expansion slot for the PS5. Great minds think alike. Sony should have done better with this stuff. When Timmy gets the SSD, Timmy, I'm not sure, but I don't think that goes there. Well, how the turntables. Isn't this stupid meme was from The Office? People kept saying how the tables have turned weird. Okay, that's what that was from. Okay. Damn. This is just one company so far. There will be competitors, so they will fight for our business. Okay. Don't forget the heatsink, Grandma. The face of Grandma when she sees those prices. Ouch. Classic Grandma. Yeah, basically, little Tammy is effed. Graham gonna tell Timmy spoiled ass to be satisfied with the 10 games he already has on his HD and S to F U with that noise. Yo, this is just ridiculous. Like, this is so ridiculous. Yeah. When they start making it that similar to PC, it's a problem at that point. Consoles shouldn't be, even though to the average person, you can say like the person who's probably watching this video, you can say, hey, you can look on YouTube and see what type of expansion drive to put in the PS5 and how to do a heatsink and stuff like that. But somebody's grandma, a super casual person, bro, who the most majority of these consoles are going to be to the average casual person. They're not going to know what a heatsink, what type of drive to put into the PS5. Sony should have made this a lot easier and even had their branded, like had like the PS5 brand on these SSD drives. I don't know why they didn't make their own as well with the other ones with the other companies that's making it too. Just make it so much simpler. But yeah, grandma is gonna be so much easier just buying an Xbox Series X and just putting this inside of it, just plugging this inside the Xbox Series X than figuring out this PS5 nonsense. So yeah, so just want to conclude the video right there. I want to make your thoughts down below about this. Do you think Sony did a big misstep in how they handled the SSD expansion thing? Because people are saying that, hey, these kids are only gonna play like a few games anyway, but you gotta think the average console lifespan is like at least like 5 to 7 years. So, but you're gonna have more than 2 games in 5 to 7 years, especially for even a casual at that. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think Sony mishandled the SSD expansion pack for the casual gamer and the casual audience? And let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.